Oh,
Stonewall, Mississippi.
all right, is that? All right, we're okay, right?
We're all right. Let me see if I can fix this here right quick.
Oh, I forgot. Pop out chat.
Yeah.
That's how come I couldn't read it real well.
That's what you have any problem with.
Hello, everyone. It's Danny and Wanda from Deep South Homestead. I got halfway set up. Danny has to finish it.
I have to finish it.
I didn't finish it.
There we go.
Okay, so I need the chat up just a little bit, but I guess next time I'll figure it out. I saw we had a lot of people in a while ago already. They've been chatting. A lot came in. Y'all hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, definitely hit the thumbs up. That puts us into an algorithm where YouTube actually shares it more.
Yeah, everything counts. Thumbs up, commenting. When it goes back up, going back in and hitting a like button, all that, commenting on it later helps throw it out.
Quick question. Would I store onions and potatoes for long keeping? We do store onions and potatoes. Onions give off ethylene gas. You have to be very cautious of that. With potatoes, the biggest issue is, like, we have a walk-in cooler. If we store onions in a walk-in cooler for long periods of time, the ethylene gas will get into the coils of the unit and actually cause them to corrode. But you want to put onions or apples, you want to put apples with sweet potatoes so that they give off the ethylene gas and keep the sweet potatoes from sprouting. So it's a give or take thing there.
Hey, Permapastures. I saw Hacks for the Homestead was in a while ago, too.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, do we take the shade cloth off our high tunnels in the winter?
No.
It's too hot.
Not in the Deep South. In the Deep South, it can be 35 degrees outside in the middle of a sunny day, and those high tunnels are still in the 90s.
Let's see, Brenda from Laurel, Mississippi. And we saw several from Mississippi a while ago. I saw some from the Gulf Coast and all over the place. And we are in Mississippi, so that's why I'm mentioning that. And somebody said they liked our shirts.
Oh, yeah.
And his hat. And if y'all didn't hear when we first came on, there was a sticker right up here. The man's been wearing his hat with the sticker on it.
I've been wearing it with a sticker on it.
I didn't see it till I saw under it this way.
Oh.
And these are Freesteading t-shirts. And if you don't know what Freesteading is, type in freesteading.com. Go over, sign up, check out Deep South. If you want a shirt on freesteading.com, go down to apparel. You do them 3 little lines and drop down box comes up. Scroll all the way down to apparel, and you can have your name or your homestead name put up here.
Yeah.
Or on the hat
you
up
have it
here.
put on the hat.
I didn't know that till after I'd done ordered. So now I got to order again. Just saying.
Yeah.
Somebody says they're late because of Permapastures Farm. Billy, quit making people late.
Watching their latest video.
I saw that. It was probably funny because I just saw the thumbnail, but I didn't have time to watch it.
That's it.
The mini
Danny is a hipster. I am a hipster, really. I was a hippie. Does that count?
Oh,
oh man.
We got a lot of things we want to pay attention to today. I just kind of wrote down some things so we don't forget them in a little bit. But let's see. Freesteading is it's not really difficult to figure out once you kind of get the hang of it. It's not really hard at all. It's a very simple system. We're going to have tag on sometime soon. Danny's been having tooth issues, and we were hoping to do it this week, but maybe next week once he gets his tooth pulled and we see how that goes and things like that.
Starlet, she's having problems with her password on Freesteading and all, on her email and all that. Just send us a link and we'll send it over to Patrick and not Patrick, Andrew. Patrick's the other one. That's on the whole other thing. Andrew, we'll send it over to Andrew and get Andrew to see if he can't help you figure it out. What the problem is, we're still in the beta stage and we haven't got the app yet, and because of that,
you're still having to sign in.
If your computer updates, it's going to take away all your information. You got to start all over again. We've had it happen to us twice.
Yeah, my phone, when it updates, like I put a little icon on there and I can click and go back into Freesteading. But once my phone updates, it takes that away because it's like some place I've been going to until they get the app. And supposedly in October, that's the goal, to get the app, and we'll be set. And then you can do like Facebook and just click on the app.
Hi, Dan and Wanda. Is the pond's water back to normal? No, well, it was, but now it's back down about a foot, a little more. Guys, it's been over 100-degree heat index here for still quite a while. Now, we do have 50s and 60s in the mornings, but the daytime temps, it just gets screaming hot.
We had one night, like in the high 50s.
Yes.
Well, I slept with the window open. We were at the cabin, and it felt so nice. And it was nice that morning, but it got pretty hot that day. The next night, it was maybe in the 60s, mid 60s. It wasn't as cool, but y'all will take anything we can get in the deep south.
Can I store onions and sweet potatoes in the same place? Well, technically, onions store best at 32 to 40 degrees. Sweet potatoes store best at 50 to 55 degrees. So really, they don't store at the right temperatures together.
I see Mr. Spags jumped in. Spags is going to be another one Danny's supposed to be doing an interview with.
Yeah.
Coming up soon.
Just got to get this tooth out of my head. They wouldn't take it out the other day. They sent me home, made me suffer all week with it. And this is the thing. I got in so much pain. I reached in my mouth with I told Wanda, I said, I'm pulling this thing myself. And I reached in there and grabbed that thing and started twisting on it like that and yanking on it. And then all of a sudden it quit hurting. Well, I left it alone. But then for the next 2 to 3 days, if my tooth touched together, it was so sore that I couldn't hardly stand it. And I was like, well, did I pull it up? Did I break it loose and pull it up? Was it because my teeth normally don't touch together like they were then? But I don't know if it caused a bunch of swelling. I don't know what it did, but it don't bother me now. But
it's going to help somewhat. But now he is taking an antibiotic, and maybe that kicked in too. And somebody says, are you using the doTERRA clove oil? He tried that.
I tried it, but
it didn't work with him.
It didn't even numb my mouth in the least.
So I had a little T90 bottle of clove oil that was really strong stuff that I got.
You got that at a pharmacy.
Yeah.
And now
that worked.
It worked a little bit, but not a lot.
And he also tried.
I tried the coconut oil and baking soda, done absolutely nothing. I tried the oil pulling, done nothing. I tried salt water, done nothing.
He did salt water over and over.
Over and over and over. Salt water every hour or two I was doing salt water. Didn't do no good. And I got in so much pain, I just reached in and grabbed that thing with my fingers and started yanking around on it, and it quit hurting. So I don't know.
We're hoping when he pulls it, it won't be a rough pull.
I hope that I got it broke loose enough that when he gets ready to pull it, it'll just come right out.
Yeah. They're saying in Florida that it's raining. It's been 2 to 5 inches.
It was beautiful weather here for the last 3 to 4 days. I mean, not a cloud in the sky. We've been working on the cabin like crazy, trying to get as much done as we can because we had a lot of painting outside that needed to be done. And then today, about 4 o'clock, it started flooding. And it rained and rained and rained. And I checked the rain gauge a while ago. I got a ½ an inch of rain in, I don't know, what, an hour or something?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to show them what I see.
Oh, what, you got some pictures here?
Let me find it. All right, this is what he did. He's been working on this week now. This is our bedroom at the cabin. He put all the walls up. He's put all the trim up now. And the baseboard, I think you like 2 corner pieces or 3.
I like the 2 corners. The one of them you're looking at right there in that very corner. I like a corner piece there and a corner to the left.
And it is finished.
It will be finished. Other than a little caulking and touching up, it'll be finished.
Yeah, and I was super excited about that. So that was supposed to be one of my birthday presents last year.
But we're making it this year. That's one reason I've been pushing, because I know I'm fixing to have this tooth took out. So I've been busting it all week this week, trying to get as much done on the cabin as I can get done for her.
Yeah. So he's been working over there. He got not only the bedroom.
Why only one window in the bedroom? You never put more than one window in a bedroom. You only want that one window because you got to have, according to code, your windows got to be based on the size of the room in case you have to get out on kind of a fire. The more windows you have, the harder it is to heat and cool anything. So you only want one window.
And besides, that's the only bedroom we have over
Yeah, that's the only bedroom we got. Yeah.
The way it's situated, if we'd have had a bunch of windows, I would have had fits. I love windows, and the next project we do next year, it ain't no time soon, right?
No, I ain't building nothing right
We're
now.
going to finish all our projects.
Yes.
We have a couple of different things we want to do in the future, if time permits. If it don't, it's nothing major, but it will have windows in it.
Yeah, the next room will have probably 2, maybe 3 windows across only on one wall, though. You don't ever put windows on the north wall, and you don't ever put them on the west wall. You try not to do the north and the west.
Yeah. So that was supposed to be my birthday last year, plus the stone. He bought the stone. I think we actually bought it 2 or 3 weeks before my birthday. He thought it would get here. He was going to put the stone on the fireplace for my birthday. It didn't come till after my birthday. Then he was busy with other things. It was, I think November before he laid the stone on the hearth. Messed his knee up. It took us till, I don't know, February, March, April, I don't know. It's this year.
It was this year, that's all I know.
It's this year before we got Carol and her husband to come by, and they finished the whole hearth, the back of it and everything.
And if y'all need any stone laid, Carol and them would be more than happy to do your stone work for you.
And just let me know, and I'll send you a way to get in touch with them.
Yeah.
Because they do brick, they do stones and everything.
Yeah.
And they came in and they did it in almost 2 days. It took them close to 2 days to do that back. And then Danny didn't put any sealer on it for two months, 3 months. It was a while. And then when he put the varnish on it, we waited about a month. And during that time, he was working on the mantle. And so off and on, he would work a little here and a little there.
People asking the questions, why no windows on the north? My whole house right here, there is no windows on the north side of my whole home here. There's no windows on the north side of the cabin. Anytime you have a window on the north side of anything, you have a problem with keeping it warm in the wintertime. Now, we have one at the cabin in the living room that's on the north, and believe me, we have had nothing but problems with trying to keep that room warm with that window there. And you just don't ever want to do it because it's so difficult to heat a home in the wintertime.
But we needed 2 windows in that room because the cabin is small, and we needed the light because it is off grid, and we use the light from the windows for the most part. Somebody asked something. And
it's hard to heat a home when you put windows in it. And now this house here, like my office right here that we're in, is a octagon-shaped office, kind of on one side here. There's 3 giant windows in here, and without those blinds on those windows, it would be impossible to heat or cool this room.
Yeah, the sun coming through it heats it up really fast in the summer too. It gets pretty warm. I usually leave the blinds shut.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did show what you've been doing. He also worked on the kitchen cabinets.
Yeah, I worked on them today.
He got
6
more doors done.
I got 6 more doors done today.
And got the handles on them, which he has to put 3 coats of sealer on them. So you have to wait on each coat to dry, and we have 6 more doors left to do. And we will be through with the kitchen. So he got the handles on them. You did the fireplace and the bedroom.
Yeah.
Put some trim around some doors in the hallway.
Put down flooring today. I put trim around everything today. Today I have
just little pieces that he didn't get done when he was trying to finish up some pieces. That's what he's doing.
Burning Daylight says, how do you find the time to do so much? I wake up at 3:30 to 4 o'clock in the morning. By 5 to 5:30, we've done 8. I'm out the door, riding around with my lights on my Ranger, taking care of morning chores, and then I go straight to work. And I stopped just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, he was going to do some stuff over there, and it was too dark.
It was too dark in the off-grid cabin for me to do what I needed to do, or I'd be over there. I would have just been back right just a few minutes ago.
Do the cows have access to the ponds? The one in the back, no.
Not the one in the back.
Now, the one in the front, yes. But right now, we have them shut off because we're trying to get it ready for grass soon. We got to plant some grass. But they do have access most of the time to the front pond.
They want to know, Wanda, is your hair dyed or is it natural?
Natural. I never have dyed my hair.
We do not put dye in hair because that's where a lot of cancers come from. So we do not use any kind of dye in hair at all.
I've never dyed my hair. Now, when I was younger, I would stay out in the sun and I'd bleach it out. One summer, I bleached it really blonde because I was out so much.
When will sweet potato slips be available on Etsy? We can't sell them on Etsy. It's against the law in the state of Mississippi to sell sweet potato slips on Etsy. Now, if I come up with enough of Mr. Owl's potatoes, I may put some of his potatoes.
And we would have to sell them to you for, you could pretend you're going to eat them.
Yeah.
But you could buy them and save them. But if Freesteading gets their platform up, called Marketplace, I think we're going to be able to sell slips. I'm not 100%. Don't quote me on that because we're not sure. It may be something that Mississippi has a law. We can't
Mississippi.
send
It's a
them
law
outside of Mississippi.
It's a law in Mississippi.
So it wouldn't matter if I do Etsy or whatever. So probably no. You're going to have to make your own slips. But you can buy some eaten potatoes. And what you do with them when you get them to your house is your business.
They want to know, where did we get the logs that's on our cabin? Technically, those are not real logs. That is a log siding we got from a company called Plum. I don't know if it's Plum Creek. Yeah, I believe it's either Plum, P-L-U-M-B, or Plum Creek. I can't remember which one it was.
Alabama?
I don't actually remember where it was from.
It was Alabama or Georgia or somewhere over that way.
They shipped them into the coast down here, and we got them from the coast.
What are your thoughts on plastic rice and artificial rice I keep hearing about? That's karma.
All of your white rice from China has a certain amount of plastic in it, and that is true. Over the course of a year, if you eat normal helpings of rice on a regular basis, you consume about as much plastic as they are in a credit card. That's the information I've been given.
All right.
Why is it against the law about the sweet potato slips? Because of transmitting diseases and insects from state to state. Now, if I had them come here and they certified my potatoes, I could sell them. But honestly, I don't want the government or the state involved in my thing. And look, there's something else.
I was going to tell you, mention this one.
They have a new thing going, guys. Do not fall prey to this, where you register your garden. Do not do that. The USDA is trying to set up a thing where people can register their community gardens or register their gardens, period. If you sell your produce or whatever, if you give it away, you can register it. Do not do this. Please, do not fall prey to this.
Anything the government says, one guy, I don't know, is a prepper guy you were listening to today. I don't remember his name. Something prepper.
I forgot.
He was saying something about anything that says people's whatever.
Well, I gotta go get something. I just remembered it.
Okay.
Keep them going there.
People's anything, like they said people's garden. That kind of leads you back to People's Republic of and all the Asian ones. They all have people's something, people's in it. And the word people's that adds to anything you guys want to steer clear of because we don't want to deal with that.
No, we don't want anything to do with that. Don't register your garden. Please do not do that.
It wasn't Pinball Prepper.
It wasn't. I don't remember who.
And it wasn't Southern Prepper, and it wasn't Alaskan. I had not heard of this guy before.
I had never heard of this guy before. I just ran across him on YouTube. And,
the name should come to me, but it just...
It's something Prepper, though.
Something Prepper, and then I forgot. How do you use Freesteading? You can use it. It'll have a feed on it like Facebook will. You can private message if you connect with people. You have right now there's several community leaders that you can connect with or follow, and we'll be putting some things over there. Right now it does not have videos. It is just chats and things like that. And they will be adding other homesteading channels and prepping channels and things like that in the future. It wasn't Canadian Prepper either. I would, if I see the name, I'll remember it. But
yes, Sue's. Hey, Sue's forage mix works just great for a cover crop. Don't worry about it. Now you will have some seeds.
They're saying all of them did, but must be every prepper.
Every prepper out there has talked about it. Even Doug and Stacy's talked about it.
Ice Age farmer, so there must have been somebody.
But guys, when you plant these cover crops for deer and stuff like that, you will get clovers that will come back in your garden year after year after year, and you know, and so don't worry about it. Some of them's actually a good thing because they put nitrogen in your soil. Also tonight, I want to take time tonight. Wanda and I, when we first started YouTube, if it hadn't have been for a couple of people giving us a shout out, we probably would not have ever got started off as well as we did. And once we did, I always said to myself, I'm going to pay it forward. And there's a section on my computer here where if anybody mentions Deep South Homestead anywhere on the internet, it automatically notifies me if you mention Deep South Homestead, or if you put it in a algorithm, if you do anything with Deep South Homestead, I know about it. And because my computer notifies me that you've used it. And every time it pops up, I always go look and see, and people a lot of times will send me a message and go, Mr. Danny, somebody's put a video up about what Deep South is making on YouTube. Look, I already know it. By the time it goes up, it notifies me. But
we get a lot of good things.
We get a lot of good things. I got one notification this past week from an individual had used our name in their video. So I went and looked at them. I didn't know who they were. They didn't have a lot of subscribers, but they built my smokehouse. And guys,
we're going to show you.
They blew it out of the water.
And he has a lot of ideas, and I'm going to show you, and you can mention his name. Let me find it.
You got to click on the eyeball part of it there. There you go. Okay, guys, check out this smokehouse here. Now, the YouTube channel name is Black Daguna. Now, that's B-L-A-C-K, and then D-A, and then G-U-N-N-A. His name is Mark Anthony. He is a fantastic guy. This guy is, he's from Texas. He bought this nice spread out there in Texas. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, he says he's from the hood. Now, I don't know a lot about
the rap singer. I looked, and the song he does with this video of the smokehouse, I loved. I was listening from the office, and I come in, and I said, Danny, is that guy singing that song? He says, I don't know. So he ran it back so I could look at the smokehouse and how it was built. And in the video, he says he is singing a song I think he wrote.
Yeah.
And it was pretty amazing. And I said, that I know I don't like rap music usually, but this was about a dog.
This was about a dog. And guys, I want to tell you what, the guy is, he's a really good guy. I mean.
Tell him, well, you don't want to give his video away, but tell him a little bit about something inside, because you were amazed at the inside. Danny was like, okay, I like these ideas.
The inside the smokehouse, he's got all kind of gadgets inside this thing. The guy, he can weld. He was welding a nice system to go in it. Just go watch the video, guys. It's not a long video, but Anthony, Mark Anthony is his name. Mark does a fantastic job with the inside of this. I mean, he blew me out of the water, okay? his smokehouse passed mine up, way up. And I'm okay with that. I'm like, hey.
And Danny told him he did a good job.
Oh, yeah.
And the deal is, I went and watched another video a few months ago. He surprised his wife on their anniversary. He went in, and I thought it was precious because he did.
Oh, he did a
great job.
Yeah.
With her shop fixing it up for their anniversary because of. This might happen during COVID because he mentioned COVID, so he could have just put the video up a few months ago, but it was during COVID, and they didn't want to go out, so he surprised her with a nice meal and all set up, and to see this big bulky dude in there.
I tell you what, I'm gonna be honest.
Panels down, handles was amazing. I laughed.
He looks like a linebacker for a football team. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. The guy, he looks like
he's bulky.
I mean, he's got a pig butchering video on there. Now I'm gonna give you a
heads up
on that one, because he didn't cut nothing out. Oh,
if you don't like to watch somebody dispatch an animal, don't watch this video. But if you're looking to see that kind of stuff and see how he did it, then there you go.
Yeah, so go check. He
was learning, I think.
Yeah, he was learning, I think. But y'all go check him out. I mean, tell him Deep South Homestead sent you over there. Leave a comment on some of his videos.
Allison's got his video, his link.
Yeah, I saw that. Miss Lippy's got it too.
Okay.
Got the video of the smokehouse up on there.
Yeah.
But guys, y'all go check him out. I mean, he is.
Tell him Deep South.
Tell him Deep South sent you. I was amazed. The guy did Mark did a fantastic job with the smokehouse build.
Okay, and then we
also have another one we want you.
Let me see if I can.
Can you find it? Where is it at here?
This one came from Barbara. I'm not giving her last name, but she's in Canada. Her husband built this one after seeing ours. And she sent me pictures this week, so I wanted to show you a couple of the pictures. So this came from Canada. What do you think of this one?
Look at this, guys.
Danny loves the side.
I can't say how excited it makes me to see people take the smokehouse build that I did. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Mine come from Tim Farmer.
Yeah, and we told in our video that he looked at Tim Farmer's. Yeah. And he tweaked it some.
I tweaked Tim's a little bit. Tim actually sent me a message and said, wow. He said, that looks familiar. And I told him, I said, oh, brother, look, thank you so much for building that smokehouse. But, guys, I'm loving all the new tweaks that people's putting on these smokehouses. I mean, look at this. I mean, it is totally amazing.
They come up with their own ideas, and it's just wonderful.
It is.
So we're really thankful that people take our ideas and go with it. That's, it's just awesome.
Yeah, and did we have another shout out for
Lucian and Barbara.
Yeah, Lucian and Barbara. They've been by here to see us. Now, Lucian was from Canada.
And
Barbara was from California.
And she said, don't hold it against her.
We're not going to hold it against her because she's a fantastic lady.
Now, Barbara started her own channel. After visiting us, they were at a crossroads in their lives. They could go one way or the other. And they were wanting to homestead, but they also had a business opportunity that was really hard to turn down. And so we didn't hear from them for 3 or 4 or 5 months. And then they sent a message that they had found some land or found a homestead. And then recently, this past week, Lucian sent a message and said Barbara had started her own channel and that he was starting his soon. And Barbara's channel is called A Homestead Journey.
Yeah.
And she is showing her vision or her day-to-day, how she sees life on their new homestead. And Lucian has been filming since they moved, and he's going to go back and show you the progress of everything. And I think Barbara showed even the new shop he just put up, and I told Danny, it's awesome. Danny saw it. It was really nice.
So we wanted to give these 2 channels or these 3 people actually, a little bit of a shout out for actually the awesome work they've done based off of the smokehouse we built. And we got ours, like I said, from Tim. I give credit where credit's due. I thought the guy did an amazing job on Tim's because Tim was one of my first go-to YouTubers, and I have a great relationship there with him.
Yeah, Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen.
Yeah.
I love watching how they cook and things they do. And he still puts videos up off and on. I still see them.
Yep.
And I've used some of his recipes, and I always, if I use something he does, I will say, I got this from Tim Farmer and I'm tweaking it a little bit. All right, let's see. What else?
Somebody asked for prayers for their mother. I want to mention that. Yeah, we will keep your mother in our prayers.
All right. Let's see.
What we got here?
Bedroom. Okay. Miss Eleanor's way of planting an apple star.
Okay.
Several people asked about this, so I said I'm going to have Danny explain this tonight.
Yes, guys, it was a very unique way Ms. Eleanor told me to plant this apple tree. She told me it can only be done on one day of the year, and I did not get a chance to get her to sit down and explain why it was a particular day, and does that day change every year? And, you know, I just didn't get a chance to before she got taken away. And, but this is the process. On your apple trees, you will have sucker sprouts. You want to pick one that's about 3 feet long, and it's about no smaller than 3/8 of an inch in diameter. The larger the diameter, the better. You want first year growth. And the water sprouts that grows off the limbs are the best. You want to cut that thing off. You want to dig a post hole in the ground about 3 feet deep. And you want to put at least a foot of gravel in the bottom of that hole. Then you want to put about a foot of just pure green grass on top of the gravel. And then you want to put a really good composted dirt in on top of it and go ahead and fill it all the way to the top of the hole with a good composted soil. Then you want to take that long apple branch that you've got and you want to cut a long slant on it. And then you want to take your knife and you want to kind of peel the bark back, like scrape the knife blade sideways on the bark about 4 inches up on it until you reveal the cambium layer. And you want to stick this thing down in that soil till you feel it touch the rocks. When it touches the rocks, you stop. And then you want to water this thing in really, really good. And the year that we done it, the day was September the 21st. Now, I don't know if it's because that's the autumn equinox, but she told me it will only work on one day of the year. And you know Danny, I did 2 of them on the 21st, and I got up on the 22nd, and I did 2 of them on the 22nd. Just because, not that I didn't believe her, but you know me, I just got to know, you know. Well, the 2 I did on the 22nd died. The 2 that I did on the 21st are nice big apple trees now. So
we don't have a clue why.
I even went to the.
It's my birthday. That's why.
I even went to the nursery up the road to Mr. Dan, which he and I are fantastic friends, who owns a huge nursery. Guy is a horticultural genius. And I asked him, and he told me, he said, his was his words. He said, Danny, there's been a lot of the old ways that's been lost. And it's quite possible that she just knew something from the past that just never was passed down. And it worked. That's all I can say is it worked.
Okay, so we got to show this.
Yes, guys, I was so happy I got a blankie.
I'm upside
got it upside down. I love this. Look, I love this blanket that someone sent me.
It's a Farmall. Let's see if we can get
Go over your way with it a little bit. There we go. Look at this, guys. Oh, look at this.
Can they see it?
I've got to go your way. Okay, got to come back my way. Come back my way some more. I can't see it now, Mo.
Okay, y'all see? Tractors. Okay, they can see.
Okay. Nice blanket for me to put around me when it's cold, when I'm sitting in my chair. I want to tell you, I love it.
Now, who sent it? I forgot. I've got, wait, here. I wrote it on this, so maybe, Chris and, how do you say the other name? The Clearstone Homestead.
Yeah, the Clearstone Homestead.
They sent it.
Chris and Chiriga.
Butchered.
I probably butchered it. Forgive me, but
Chiriga.
Lear. From the Clearstone Homestead. Thank y'all so very much. I literally love that.
All right, so now I have proven Danny wrong this week.
Yep.
He told me first of the week. I got
first time she's ever proved me wrong.
Probably not, but we're going to go with it.
With what she's talking about, it will be the first time.
He knows I love gifts. And so this one came from Miss Constance in Tennessee. And I opened the box and I saw it was wrapped like this. And I'm like, my granddaughter was here. She said, are you going to open it? And I said, no, I'm going to wait and open it on the live. And Danny looked at me. He said, there's no way. He said, you cannot not open it. He said, you open everything the minute you get it in your hands.
She does.
It is not opened. Y'all see this? It is still wrapped the way Miss Constance wrapped it. I didn't even try. All the tape is in place. It hadn't been, nothing's wrong with it.
I told her, I said, you might want to look at this before you do it on a live stream. I said, because sometimes people can maybe play some jokes,
No. It's my birthday and I want to open it on the live. If Miss Constance sent me something weird, then y'all gonna see it too, and it's gonna embarrass Miss Constance as well as me. I guess.
Okay. Anyway. We're gonna see.
Apple trees, and so we can follow the. We've got plenty of apples.
I got plenty of apples. Matter of fact, I cut a bunch of them off today and fed them to the rabbits, and the rabbits literally loved them.
Ooh. It says Tableau 12 by 16 picture frame, perfect for wall mounting. So let's see if that's what it is.
Let's see what it is.
It's a picture frame, I know that. Oops. Put the letter up. Oh, wow. She did some work here, y'all.
Oh, look at
this.
Oh,
my goodness.
Oh, my word. Look at this, guys.
Isn't that beautiful?
Look at that.
Now, she did some work.
That is amazing.
I don't know if y'all can tell, but this is, it's like dots. I'm not sure what you call it.
I don't know what
I've
you
never
call
seen
that.
somebody do it. It's like a whole bunch of little dots. Each one, it's like cross stitch, only it's not that. It's dots. This is amazing.
That's amazing right there. That is amazing.
That is beautiful.
God says you are all these different words down here. That is amazing.
Unique.
Unique, special.
I can't see the way the light's
the way the light's hitting all those dots. It's reflecting.
I'd have to get it where the light hits. But when the light hits it certain ways, you can't read it. But I have to get
beautiful.
it. I love that.
I love the sunflowers and the
because the sunflowers are in my cannon kitchen, so that goes in with all my
precious, strong. I can see now the light's off. But lovely, special.
Oh, here it is. It's on this. She sent the card. So it says unique Psalms 139:13, special Ephesians 2:10, lovely Daniel 12:3, precious 1 Corinthians 6:20, strong Psalms 18:35, and chosen John 15:16. And it's got hummingbirds on it, and I used to collect hummingbirds. Danny knows I had hummingbirds out everywhere, just all over the place. So I proved you wrong.
Oh, she did. I didn't think she could wait.
Yeah, I proved him wrong. And
But
she sent a card, too.
She did send a card. It's a happy birthday card.
It's called a diamond painting. Okay.
Oh, okay. I knew it was different.
Yeah. I never heard of diamond painting. All right, Miss Constance, I love it.
Okay, they're saying it's called pointillism.
Okay. called diamond painting.
Okay, I've never heard of pointillism.
I hadn't either, but that is amazing. It takes a lot of work to do that. I used to do like cross stitching, counter cross stitch.
Says hours and hours and hours of work to do that.
Yeah, I can imagine because I used to do cross stitching. I know what it takes. Y'all, I got 2 cakes already for my birthday. About a month ago, my daughter, we went and visited her, and she had a cake. So I have a picture, and I meant to put it up here, but I didn't. I forgot. I have a picture of the cake then, and then Miss Lippy brought me a cake, and I'm still eating on Miss Lippy's. I sliced it up, put it in the freezer, and I take out a piece when I want it.
Deborah, I've seen this go by 2 or 3 times. We've been so busy. Those couple of cows are not going to hurt your pond. It's okay for fishing. Don't worry about it. Your fish are pooping in the water all the time too. So I would not worry. The only thing I would watch is to make sure the cows don't cut a path over the dam or something like that and make it start washing, because they will walk in the same place and cut a gully.
I have Miss Starla said wave to her.
Yeah.
To Miss Starla, she's playing bingo.
Hey, Miss Starla.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Holler bingo right quick. Let's see.
Is the stock market going to go to 0 before October the 1st? The stock market will not go to 0, but
it might drop drastically.
The possibilities of it dropping drastically is very high. So let me put it that way.
Yeah. Miss Lippy brought me a carrot cake, and she made some strange carrots, let's just say. She made a dozen of them, and I got 4. That tells you the others didn't make it for some reason.
Oh, man. Let's see. They're giving us all kind of explanations about what the pointillism is and how it comes from France and stuff.
My grandpa told me to do grass seed the last snow of the year, and my grass would grow and stay strong. It works. I miss my grandpa and the farm. That's your uplifting spirit. Thanks for your uplifting spirit.
You are more than welcome.
To plant the grass seed on the last snow of the year. We don't get snow, so that wouldn't work for us.
Yeah, it don't hardly ever snow here, so we don't have to worry about that. Mr. Danny, I'm transplanting my pineapple plant to a bigger pot. Is it okay to use the same type of soil? Oh, yeah. Could you please, this is Blue Sky said, could you please pray for me, lung cancer, and my youngest son, brain cancer? Wow, yes, Blue Sky, we will definitely keep you in our prayers. And y'all too, everybody who sees this comment, please keep these people in your prayers.
Darlene wants to know if I can come up with a recipe for sweet potato cakes. I bet I can. We'll have to try. My birthday is the 21st.
Do you think the annuities will be affected by the stock market? More than likely, all financial systems will be affected by what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Danny, what is net zero? I heard that. Oh, it went past me. I didn't get a chance to read it.
I want to wish several of my grandchildren happy birthday too, because I think last week I may have mentioned Cade's. Christopher's is the 17th. The twins, Joy and Charity, are the 9th. Brianna's is the 26th. Jade's was the 12th. Think. Caitlin's is a 28th. And did I forget Brianna, Cade?
It's too many for me to remember, so I don't even try.
And my brother's is a 22nd. He was born 8 years and 1 day after I was. All right. What are you reading?
I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to read them all there. People talking about who all's birthdays are birthdays. People are telling Blue Sky they're going to pray for them. One thing I found out on squash bugs is baking soda, Starla says.
Can you plant clovers in just any area that is not for gardening?
Yes, you can plant clovers anywhere.
We've got it everywhere.
We've got it everywhere.
Our backyard looks like a red clover field most of the time.
We don't. That's one reason our place looks so rough most of the time in the spring is because we don't mow it until it all goes to seeds.
All right. Fertilized secret. I am a maple syrup farmer. Spraying sap on grass makes it grow like mad. Wow.
It's the sugar in it that does it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have a video Monday showing our sugar cane. That stuff is beautiful. It's really, we've been blessed not to have a hurricane come through yet.
Our cane this year is really good. How is the little calf Buddy doing? Well, Buddy's doing fine.
But tell him what happened yesterday with
I was looking out there a while ago, and Trixie was nursing off of Candy while Candy was licking her calf standing in front of her. And I said, girl, don't you realize you got another calf on you? Which I don't mind because it just tells me that I now have 2 cows that will let multiple calves nurse on them. And that's something that you really do want on your homestead. And then yesterday, my neighbor came over, and he told me, he says, one of your black cows is in my yard. And I was like, really? And he said, yeah. I said, well, let's go look. And I got over there, and Duke was in the man's yard. And we had to take the Rangers and bring him back around and put him back in the property.
I did not video it because I was holding on for dear life. I was riding with Danny and his Ranger.
When you ride with me on a Ranger chasing cows, all you do
hanging on.
You just have to hang on. That's all you can do. Because I drive like I used to race car drive. I mean, and I
was flipping and backing up and going forward,
flying and spinning around and doing all kind of stuff. But we got him back in.
And he really went in easy.
It wasn't bad.
And then we had to ride the fences, and we found in the back where he got out, and it's where you left to put a gate.
I left to put a gate there, and he messed around and pushed the wire till he had pushed the staples loose and had got up under it. That was all.
So we're going to be putting a gate up. All right.
Let's see.
With a name like Buddy, you better tend the fences and have plenty of good food. Well, Buddy wasn't the one that got out.
That's true.
It was Duke.
Danny, what do you think about the Ukrainian victory? So, guys, don't be fooled by what you're seeing. Now, there's a lot of I don't know what I can say or what I can't say.
Thank you, Janelle. And I want to say thank you to who was it a while ago? Somebody else gave us a super chat. Thank you for the happy birthday, Janelle.
Don't get caught up in what's going on in the Ukraine right now because it's a lot of false flags there, guys. Are the green spots on potatoes truly bad for you, or can you still eat them? No, you would have to eat several of them for them to make you really sick, but truly, to be honest with you, you really shouldn't eat them. A lot of people go, well, I just peeled the green parts off. It's in the whole potato. You can't just peel the green parts off. It's in the whole potato. You know, it's best to save that potato for a seed potato if you can.
Yeah, and over the years, we've eaten quite a few. I have, before Danny and I married, that I bought in town that I would peel the green off and cook the potatoes. And as far as I know, none of us ever got sick.
No, I did have some stomach issues. But
you can have... If you afterward might have a stomach ache or something like that, it would take a lot of them to make you, deathly sick, I think.
Yeah, well, what's going on in the Ukraine, guys?
It's all a facade, they say.
Vladimir has not even began to use what he has. Let me put it that way. So don't be fooled. Yes, they've asked him to resign because of what he's done, but...
Bama Trisha, thank you.
Don't be fooled.
Propaganda. That's a good word. Okay. Let's see. How do I know when purple hull cowpeas are ready to pick? They'll be purple.
They'll be purple.
We just picked our first ones today.
We've been picking our red rippers, but we picked our first pink-eyed purple hull today. They'll turn purple. That's how you know they're ready.
And don't let them get dry unless you want dry peas. Now, if you want them dry, that's fine. But as soon as they turn purple, you need to be picking them and shelling them out. How do you save seed potatoes? They want to know.
You want to keep them at about 34 to 40 degrees in a dark place, and they'll do just fine.
I know I want to mention one thing. Now, I've got my CRAZY DAZES right here. This is the barn tumbler that we gave away for our 250. Not this one, but one like it. And I already heard from the guy. I've already mailed out. He gets the tumbler and the seeds. I've done, heard from the $100 My Patriot Supply, and let's see, what was the other one that I heard from? Oh, the Freesteading, like this. The Freesteading apparel. They're still over on Freesteading. I put up a post today and listed the other 3. You guys need to go over to Freesteading and check it out, because if it's you have till Monday morning to let me know.
How long does potatoes need to cure before canning them? The Nannywood Forest wants to know. Anywhere from 10 days to 2 weeks is sufficient to let them cure, and they should be fine after that. You want to make sure that the starches turn back to sugars in them. If you can them too early, your water will be cloudy in your potatoes. It doesn't hurt them, it just means that they're starchy. When do you plant onions? Now, it depends on what part of the country you live in, but in the deep south, we plant ours about mid-November.
Yeah, everybody's wanting to know about September 24th, and a lot of people are saying really nothing. It could, or people just set and date.
The first thing you don't want to do is set a date.
Yep.
Okay? Because if you set a date, something inevitably...
Somebody's going to make something happen, usually.
Well, usually nothing happens, to be honest with you. But, so don't worry about September the 24th, okay? Because what happens is, if I sit here and tell you what's going to happen on September the 24th, what you're going to do is you're going to have what's called anticipated stress. And anticipated stress is where cancer breeds from. And there's no need to sit here and anticipate something that's going to happen.
And then it not
happen, or it didn't happen the way you thought it was going to happen. And then the anticipation has led your body to become acidic, and you have free radical cells in your body that begins to multiply, and down the road you get cancer and you can't figure out where it come from. Most cancer stems from
stress. Just say it.
Stress.
And that's how come Danny and I are trying to level out our stress levels. We're living our life. We're going to the cabin. We're enjoying what we're doing. And if you sit and watch everything and you hear people over and over and over tell you what might happen, you're going to be stressed 24/7. If you're in a job that you go to and every day your level's up to here, I can't tell you to quit, but you got to find a way to drop that stress level. And sometimes it's mainly shutting off TVs and computers and stuff. We've got to where we just walk off, leave it alone. So you won't see us answering questions as often. I think you haven't even answered hardly any of porch time, have you?
I've been busting it this week so much, I hadn't even had a chance to even go back to the computer hardly. Somebody wants to know, how long have I been a Christian? Well, I don't like the term Christian, okay? Let me say that, because I believe it's used too freely. If you ask anybody on the street, just walk up to them and go, hey, are you a Christian? Most of them go, oh yeah, I'm a Christian. I went to church one time. So I don't like the term Christian. I know it means Christ-like, but I'm a born-again believer. I thought, let me put it this way, I thought that I had become saved when I was about 12 or 13 years old. Some people were going up to the front of the church, and I went up with them and said the prayer like everybody else said and thought I was saved. And When I got to be about 21 years old, the Lord really started dealing with my heart, and I come to the realization that I really was not saved, and actually asked the Lord to come into my heart and save me at that point. And from that point forward, I have been sealed, and I do believe that that was the moment in my life where everything changed for me. And I am a born-again believer. I am not a religious person. I believe religion will send you to hell. I'm not a Christian. I'm a born-again believer.
And a lot of people get caught up on religion, and they don't even take the Bible and read it and understand it. They know what preachers have told them, what other people have told them, and they go for that. When you actually sit down and start reading the Bible, sometimes your eyes are really open to what people have told you that you've believed, and you just thought it was right. And sometimes it's the people that tell you that don't even mean anything, because they were repeating what they heard. And so actually read it, guys. And somebody wanted, and I don't remember who it was, wanted to know where to get an old-timey hymn book. Go on Amazon and type in old-timey old hymn books or something like that, or you can still buy them. Amazon should have them. You can also look at second-hand stores and things like that.
Yeah.
In the book section, lots of times people just get rid of them because they don't have. I have a stash, but I ain't giving you mine because I hold mine dear to me. And at some point in the future, I'm going to have a keyboard again so I can play. I mean, that's something I've been looking forward to, is a keyboard. I haven't played in a long time, and I don't play really well, but it soothes my soul to take my old hymn books and just play around with them. I just love to hear the hymns flow through my mind.
I think Empty Hammock was just on here. I think I saw him go boo.
Really? He's working on a new project. I saw the thumbnail. I didn't get to watch. I usually watch all of Empty Hammock's videos. He is an excellent videographer. He's the one that did our, what's it called? It's on his channel, but it's called Grounded Series.
Grounded Series.
Yes, you have to go to Empty Hammock and look up Grounded Series, Danny and Wanda's story.
Ms. Helen has put this on here several times about registering your gardens. Ms. Helen, do not register your gardens. As I mentioned earlier, it's something that the USDA is trying to get started in the suburban areas mainly. Now, if you're in a rural area, they're not too much interested in you, but they're trying to get suburban areas because it's part of Agenda 2030. If you go over to the United Nations, you can just type in United Nations Agenda 2030, and you will find all about registering your gardens and community gardens and doing it in the suburban areas and stuff like that, moving everybody to the cities, getting everybody out of the countries, planting it back into all forests, and putting people into the countries, into the cities, and genetically modifying all the foods and all this kind of stuff. It's all over there, guys. You don't have to hear me say it. Just go type it in. It's there. It's in their paperwork.
Okay, so somebody was asking...
you want the black shade cloth on a high tunnel. Peter Rabbit, do not get the white. Make sure you use black.
Yes, no, the white is good, like over in Arizona and places like that.
No. There was a misconception about that, because when I went back and talked to them about that, what it was, they were putting the white shade cloth over, but there was no plastic underneath.
That's what I was saying. In areas where they're not putting plastic.
Yeah.
It only had shade cloth, and it worked really well because they don't have freezing temps and all this. And ours, we do have freezing temps in the winter sometimes.
Yeah. Don't register anything. We wouldn't even go with the high tunnels at the state.
We bought ours.
We paid for ours because everybody kept telling us, "I'll go up to the USDA office, and they give you a high tunnel. You only have to pay a percentage of it." No.
They'll do the fencing. You don't have to pay that much. We don't want them paying. I don't want
nobody in a governmental position having anything to do with my place any more than they already do.
We don't even draw a pension check or a
whatever
you call it.
We don't draw our anything.
That's why we started YouTube, because we do not receive anything from the government.
No, nothing from the government.
You know, not many people say that.
I did away with 401k plans. I did away with annuities. I done away with the IRAs. I did away with all that years ago. I pulled every bit of it out. And now I pay myself. I don't stash it up, because if I put all this money back and I die, that means that Wanda's going to get to have it and live with some other man, and I ain't going to have that.
I won't get to do that anyway. So
I know, yeah.
If I die, I get to live with another woman.
No.
I ruined him. He wants no other
That ain't
woman.
never going to happen again. No.
I must be pretty bad, because he says I'll never have another one.
No.
Actually, I'm wife number 3. And somebody asked me how old I was, okay? I was born in 1961, so...
Do the math.
Oh,
my Lord.
I'd ever want another guy either, because I'm 62 years old, right? I was born in 61.
It's you 61.
I'm 61 years old.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes. I'm 62.
Okay. I get mixed up on the years. Anyway, I don't know that I'd want another person to have to learn to live with.
Yeah.
I really wasn't expecting to get married when Danny and I married. Once we met, we decided to get married, but I had determined I was going to be by myself the rest of my life. I just loved being single. I'm going to tell y'all now, I loved it. And I don't know why we decided to get married, but we just, I don't know, we kind of compliment each other, I guess. I don't know what it is. And he's probably the easiest person I've ever been around. Never had any issues with him.
Yeah.
Pretty much he's going to be mine till he disappears, or I'll disappear. One of the two.
One will happen one way or the other. Somebody wants to know, are we going to be interviewing William Shatner? Has that in our plans to do that? Being he's the oldest man that ever went out in outer space and all that. Star Trek dude and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I watched that when I was young.
Yeah, I mean, William and I are good friends, and I don't know if I would ever,
You went out in outer space with him, didn't you?
No, I didn't go in outer space with him. He asked me to, and I wouldn't do it because I had a heart condition. They told me I can't fly no more. So, yeah.
I'm going to take Social Security.
Probably not until I absolutely have to.
I probably won't, because I guess I would lose. You can't have any income when you do Social Security.
Let me put it to you like this.
And I wouldn't want to lose my income because I wanted $600 or $800 a month. It's not worth it.
Let me put it to you like this. I have a letter in the safe in yonder from President George W. Bush, who sent me a letter and told me I needed to invest my money otherwise, because Social Security, by the time I get it, will not be there for me. So, and that's exactly what I've done.
Yeah. Are there any other trees other than black gum and sycamore that help find water at a source?
Your black gum, poplar trees, those are your 2 trees that you look for hunting water. Now, I'm not even sure. Sycamore would run a close. Now, willow trees would be another one. If you find a willow tree, water is usually very close by also.
Are you going on Medicare?
No.
Not unless he has to.
Not unless I absolutely cannot afford. So far, I've been able to afford all my medical bills, and
it would just.
I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because I've been talking with our CPA about Social Security and our income and all this kind of stuff. And once I'm beyond a certain age, it's not going to affect my Social Security. But until I get to be that age, it will affect it. And then once I make over X number of dollars, because I'm a multimillionaire, and once I make over X number of millions of dollars, then they start taking it away from me.
All right, so Liz asked, what kind of keyboard am I looking for? I don't really know a full-size type keyboard. I haven't even looked lately for one. I like the full-size keys. I'm used to a full-size piano, and we had one for a while, and I got rid of it, and I just don't want a piano anymore. It takes up a lot of room, so I thought if I had a keyboard, I could play it on occasion, but I do like one that sounds like a piano, and doesn't sound like a synthesizer, maybe.
Right.
It can be on it, but I'm looking for one that has pretty much sounds like a piano. Let's see.
Oh, people's putting their prayer request up. I just realized it's after 9 o'clock. I didn't even realize that.
You can make up to $45,000 a year and not get penalty.
Yeah, see, that would be way low for me. I no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, they wouldn't
They wouldn't
give
be
me anything, so I don't have to
No.
worry about that. Have y'all dehydrated garlic? Does it turn out good? I do
We don't-
like dehydrated.
We don't like dehydrated garlic. No.
Here we're real humid, and things tend to ruin real easily. No matter what I do to them, I had stuff vacuum sealed with oxygen and stuff, oxygen absorbers, and it still ruined. I freeze dry, or we keep garlic fresh. I have fresh garlic now. It's been, gosh, I don't even know how long has it been since you dug garlic last year.
No, I dug garlic just a few months ago. I got piles of it in the shop. I got
Yeah, that's
piles
what I'm
of
saying.
it
We
in
got
here.
fresh garlic. It lasts a long,
Yeah.
long time. So, and you can put it in olive oil, and it'll last a long time too. You can mince garlic and put it in olive oil.
Yeah.
I don't know about canning it, but I know you can mince it. Now I can onions, and I don't know why you couldn't can garlic if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, you can can garlic. They mince it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't looked that one up. Let's see.
Jay Robertson said, "You two are millionaires." Yes, we're millionaires.
Our father owns it all.
My father owns everything. I'm a millionaire. I'm a multi-millionaire. As a matter of fact,
We tell people all the time our father owns it all.
my father owns everything, and if all I want, I can have anything I want. So I mean, that's why I feel like I'm very, very blessed.
As long as our father owns it,
Yeah.
that's it. All right, has Miss Wanda done a hot sauce canning video on Crazy Days? I do not do hot sauce, so I have never made a hot sauce video. Ask Miss Lippy. I bet Miss Lippy will make you a hot sauce video.
Miss Lippy, she can do a good job at that.
The honey fermented garlic, I have some of that. That is
Hold on.
good.
By law, you have to hold on here a minute. I gotta check this. Whoa! Go back here.
Just roll the button.
You go back here now.
Let me do it. Hold
I can't
on.
find that little thing over there.
And look, if you'll do it this way, I told you.
Okay, now back up. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. By law, okay, let me look here. By law, you have to fill out an addendum, the census by mail, but you can choose your answers about a garden if they ask. But I ain't filling out crap, and I never have, and I never will. I don't even fill out the census when they send it around.
Y'all want to know how many stacked up on the cabinet till I threw them away?
We throwed them suckers away. They kept telling us, we're going to come to your house. Come on. That's what I'm saying. Come on. You're going to stand outside my freaking gate. You're not coming into my property. I'm not going to give you an honest answer anyway. I'm going to tell you 5 people live in my house. I'm going to tell you 1 person lives in my house. I don't know who their names are. It's none of your freaking business. You know, and everybody goes, yeah, but this gives money that helps your county with the schools and stuff. I ain't got no kids in school. I don't give a freak about schools. I don't care about none of this. Well, Miss Wanda's clapping me on the leg here. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Danny paid in Social Security too, and he was hoping he
I
would
paid
get it
in
back.
tons of Social Security, and when that judge looked at me that day and told me, he said, Mr. King, you're not going to get yours. And so don't even try applying. I turned around and told him, I said, you know what? I won't ever pay it again either from this day forward, and I have not.
Okay. Yeah, let's see where we're at. It's after 9. That's
Okay. I get wound up real easy when it comes
especially
to
government stuff.
when it starts government stuff. When I got away from the government, I said, I don't want you people having anything to do with me anymore. I've done what I was supposed to do. I'm out of here. Don't ever contact me again. Don't ask me nothing. Don't come to my house. Just stay away from me.
Yeah. All right. People with cancer. We had some before. Lots of people saying they didn't fill it out.
Well, they're flipping business. I agree. It's nobody's business. That's why I got this right here on. Freesteading. And I got a hat that says free man.
We are in freesteading is the new homesteading word. You don't have to be a homesteader.
Nope.
You can be anybody you want to be. You can live wherever you live, and you can still be freesteading. You can be doing whatever. Tag over at Life Done Free. I don't know if he started it, but anyway, he heard it somewhere, or
Yeah.
he started. I don't have a clue. We're going to interview him soon. And he just took it and decided he wanted to build a platform.
Yep.
And he went with freesteading. And here we are.
Anyway.
When do you prune your apple trees?
I prune my apple trees all summer long, to be honest with you. I cut the water sprouts off of them, but I do my major pruning in the winter time when there's no leaves on the trees.
Allison says she told the Census that she pays her taxes and everything they need to know is on the tax return. Have a good day, and she closed the door.
Look, let me tell you something. They on that Census want to know everything. There's a freaking smart meter sticking on the outside of my house right here. That smart meter, according to the power company, they can tell me how many people's in my house. They can tell me how many times that washer and dryer is turned on. They can tell me anything that goes on in this house based on how many people's in this house. They can tell me if I've had a new person in the house with me. Everything about it. If they can do that, and when it comes time for me to pay my taxes every year, which I haven't done for years and years and years and years and years because I refuse to. The IRS is fake. And guys,
I pay taxes.
She pays taxes.
I
Not
have
me.
to.
I'm not going to. I told him I wasn't going to, and I never.
So y'all don't go turning me in because I do pay my
Wanda
taxes.
pays her
I have my
taxes.
thing to show for
Yep.
every bit of it.
When they told me I wasn't going to be able to draw no Social Security, and I wasn't going to be able to do this, and I wasn't going to be able to do that, I told them, I said, good, you'll never get another dime from me.
Okay, somebody wants to know how to get Freesteading shirts. Go over, sign up on freesteading.com, and sign up with Deep South. No, you go when you sign up over there, click on Deep South and follow us. And while you're on there, there's 3 little lines at the top. It says Freesteading, 3 lines. Click those 3 lines. It puts a drop-down box. In the drop-down box, go all the way down, almost to the bottom, and it says Apparel. Click on Apparel, and it has T-shirts, sweatshirts, caps, aprons, duffel bags, dog collars. Handkerchiefs.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff over there that you can get Freesteading on, and you can put your name or your homestead name here, or on the hats, or on the aprons, or whatever you want. Yeah, they can shut your electricity off with a smart meter.
That's what I was saying. How's the electric bill since we put the new freezer cooler in? It raised my electric bill about $7, which
$7 to $10 was all we
just,
saw a difference.
That's pennies to me. That don't even mean anything to me. Talking about getting rid of the smart meter. The only way I can get rid of this smart meter on the side of my house here is if I go solar. That's the only way. We don't have the opportunity here to opt out.
No, we don't. And actually, our cabin, technically, if we lived in our cabin all the time, we cannot live in our cabin because there is a
law here
in our county.
It's in the 6 coastal counties has a law. You cannot live off grid. because of a smoke detector. You have to have a smoke detector that's both battery powered and hooked to an electrical system outside the home. Now, technically, I got down to technical brass tacks with the county guy, and I told him, I said, well, what if I install solar? You know, I said, then I've got electricity hooked to my house, and he said, well, solar's not in the wording of it. He said, but technically, I guess if you ended up in court over it, you might win, but you might not win. So
that's why we are off-grid at the cabin.
Yeah.
And we'd only go over there on occasion. We cannot live there for that reason.
Yeah.
Now, if we ever decided to live in the cabin full time, we would have to make some adjustments, wouldn't we? We do have a smoke detector. Quite frankly, it's battery powered.
Yeah. Oops says Mississippi forced smart meters, so I moved back to Tennessee. Yeah, see, that was forced here. We had no choice on it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Jonathan says, can I come live with you guys? Laugh out loud, please. You probably wouldn't like me if you stayed around me very long. I'm surprised Miss Wanda's even still here.
Well, the thing is with the 3 coastal counties, I don't know if it's in
6 coastal counties.
6 coastal counties. I don't know if it's in all of Mississippi that off-grid thing, because lots of people do live off-grid in Mississippi. But in the coastal counties, there's a clause because we're under international law.
Yeah, we're under international code here. Yeah, taxes is bullcrap. Tamara's right.
And we're not really free.
We're not free, guys. I mean, we think we're free, but we're really not.
On freesteading, you are free to say what you want, but yet you are not free to say something negative against other people and talk ugly to other people. I mean, there's a fine line in being decent and trashing people, you know? You don't have the right to trash people. And so...
Okay, we're going to get off here. Guys, tonight, go check out the YouTube channels we told you to go check out earlier in. One is called Black Daguna. Go check them out. And then Lucian and Barbara's channel.
A Homestead Journey.
A Homestead Journey. Go check them out. And I think that just show them some love, guys. Look, people showed us love in the beginning, and we want to just pay it forward. You need to move to Florida. Nope, I don't need to move to Florida. The state of Florida will eventually go underwater at some point, so I don't need to be down there where I have to be underwater.
Where we have more water than we have here.
Yeah, I don't want any more water than what I have here. Okay. We're going to go to the Lord in prayer. Father, we thank you so much for being there for us, Lord. We thank you for just giving us boldness, Father. That's one thing we pray for on a daily basis. We pray for the blessings of obedience, and we pray that in those blessings of obedience, you tell us you'll make us the head and not the tail of anything. We'll be on top and not below. Lord, there's just tons of blessings there that goes along with the blessings of obedience, and we ask for those on a daily basis. I ask for them for the people in our chat tonight, Lord. I ask that people in our chat have the fruits of the Spirit, and that their financial resources be above and beyond anything that they can comprehend, Lord. And Father, I think about tonight, Lord, tonight was a big night for people having cancer issues. We pray for those people tonight, Lord. I've done extensive research into cancer over the years, spoken with many oncologists, and actually made cancer drugs myself. And Lord, I pray for these people, because the sad part about it is we trick people with chemotherapy into thinking that that's what they have to do. And you don't have cancer because you don't have enough chemotherapy in your body. You have cancer because of free radical cells. Cancer cannot live in an oxygenated environment. And Lord, we're praying tonight that people can get their pH in their blood back up, because cancer cannot live in a neutral pH. It cannot live in an oxygenated body. Cancer can't live where there's no stress at. And Father, we're praying for the people that they can get their body's pH back up. They can get their body oxygenated. They can get rid of the granulated sugars. And Lord, that they can get off from under all the stress that they're under, and their bodies can heal, Father. Because chemotherapy, all it does is puts cancer it hides cancer in the body in a place where there's a lot of blood flow and a low amount of oxygen, Father. And Lord, I pray for people that have to go through this, Lord. I pray for them. I've seen the horrors that it has to put upon someone, and I don't wish this on nobody, Father. I'm asking for healing tonight. In the name of Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach, Lord, I'm asking for healing for their bodies, Lord. And those that have all the other physical issues that just kept coming in tonight, they were just more than what we can even mention. And Father, I'm praying for healing for all their bodies also. And Lord, tonight, lots of people just need well, let me put it this way. In the very near future, people are going to need some help with their finances. So I'm going to pray that tonight, Lord, you go ahead and start leading people in the right direction financially for the upcoming situations that our country is going to face. And I'm praying for everybody's finances, Lord, over the next month. And I'm praying that everything goes well for us, Father. Lord, our country is in dire straits right now. I'm asking for a healing of our nation. I know it may be too late, but it's never too late to ask. So I'm going to ask for healing for our nation tonight. Lord, all the trials and tribulations that's coming on California, the floods, the fires, the droughts, this is a price you pay for being the poster child for sin for so many years. But Lord, there's good people in California. And we're asking, Father, please, your children that's out there in California, please, Father, help them out in all the problems that's going on in this state. And help them, if they want out, then help them to get out of there. But if they want to stay, then give them a Goshen in the midst of their evil state, Lord. And they're not the only state that's that way. There's lots of other states that's got the same problems. It's just that California comes to mind because I've got a lot of friends in California right now. Lord, we love you. We appreciate you. And we thank you for being so good to us. Thank you for the good chat tonight. Thank you for the good live stream. I pray, Lord, that we can be the blessing to others that they've been to us now. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. Woo!
And thank all of you for the super chats tonight, especially the ones saying happy birthday to me. Not sure what all we'll be doing this week.
Ms. Brenda is called Black, D-A, and then G-U-N-N-A.
Yeah. So, this week's going to be a little slow. I'm going to put up a video Monday and Daniel do porch time. And then you may not hear from us till after about Thursday or Friday sometime. Yeah. And Danny tipped. I knew that one was coming.
I always wait, yeah.
So we can chill some this week.
Thank the mods. Our moderators rock. We have the best moderators in the world, and they mean the world to us.
And I'm going to take them over on Freesteading, and I'm going to be adding some more. Over on Freesteading, they do have the states. And so Danny and I are over Mississippi, and I've already had a couple of people ask to help with Mississippi. So we're going to set that up in the next week or so. Maybe 2 weeks, because I'm taking a vacation this week.
Yeah. Okay. Tip for the week. One, guys, I've mentioned this before, get your finances in order, okay? I'm not going to sit here and prophesy about something, but what I'm going to tell you is get your finances in order. Secondly, get things that's going to make your winter bearable. We've got some wacky. If you live above the Mason-Dixon line in the United States of America, get yourself a way to stay warm. The blackouts are coming. I'm going to tell you, they're going to cut the power off. It's already been pre-programmed into it. It's going to happen in specific places. If you're all electric and they cut your power off and you have no way to stay warm and there's an ice storm outside, which there's going to be more ice this year, there's going to be more blizzards this year, guys, just get yourself a way to stay warm. I talked about this last week and I can't emphasize it enough. I know a lot of people seeing a lot of flooding right now in a lot of places, but trust me, there's going to come a day in the very near future where you're going to want that water back, because it's eventually going to go away and it's not coming back. And guys, I don't know any other way to say it. There's things that's fixing to happen that is going to devastate our way of life. Now, you haven't heard me talk much about the railroad strikes or anything like that, because I'm up in the air about this. There's a side of me with a lot of the information I'm finding out that believes that this is a huge false flag to keep our attention drawn in a particular area, while there's massive financial issues going on behind the scenes that they're trying to get through without us knowing about. And they're using the train issue to keep our thoughts focused in a particular direction. Now, I'm not trying to say that there won't be some train issues. More than likely, the unions won't agree to some things, but more than likely, they will eventually agree to some things, because most people are deep in debt and they cannot afford to be without a job. So they will eventually come to some term. And lots of people go, but what about the UPS? What about all these different companies? They're going to go on strike too. No, the UPS is not going to go on strike. UPS probably won't strike for another year. Now, in a year, yes, they probably will strike when their contract comes back up for renewal. There's a good possibility that they're going to strike because of what's going on with this financial system. But you don't have to worry about that until probably next year. But right now, just be prepared for them to turn the power off. At some point, they're probably going to.
It'll probably be rolling blackouts or brownouts and different things, because if one system is stressed,
yes,
they have to relieve the stress. So if you're in the neighborhood over here, they may take your power for a while to keep this going, and then you'll get power, and then this neighborhood over here will be without for a day. It might be an hour, it might be 4 hours, it might be 6 hours, it might be a day or 2 days, but they'll start these eventually, and some places are already seeing them. They already have a day or two every now and then that the power just isn't on. They don't know why. They're not having bad weather. They just don't know why they don't have power for maybe an hour to 5 hours to a day, and it'll get worse before it gets better. And this week I've got a video coming up on Crazy Days. I bought Danny and I sleeping bags. Really heavy duty. Danny's goes down to negative.
Mine goes down to negative 20.
And mine goes to 0. And that's something that you might think of investing in for each person in your family is sleeping bags. Something that we hadn't really thought about. Danny mentioned it this week. He said, my sleeping bag's old.
Yeah.
And it's probably, close to 30 years old?
Yeah, it's mine was getting mine's getting old, so we decided we better upgrade.
We've been married 10 years. I think you've used it a couple of times in 10 years.
Yeah.
So we thought, it's time to upgrade and do something. So I did order sleeping bags, and we bought some Redmond salt. That was something else that we did
we done a big extensive search and done some deep research into salt. And we realized that all the salt that we've been using really wasn't healthy for us, and we finally decided to go over to the Redmond. I talked to a doctor about the Redmond salt, and he told me that was an excellent decision because all the salt that you eat now is void of all the minerals in it. They've taken all the minerals out. And he said that was a wise decision to go over to the Redmond salt because of keeping our health and our bodies where we need to be able to keep it at.
I bought the sleeping bags from Cabela's. I could have went with probably any of the sites, but Cabela's came to mind right off, and I researched it. And there's a video on Crazy Days on Danny's. Mine just came in today, but I'd already done the video and uploaded it, so it'll probably be up tomorrow or maybe the next day. I don't know, whenever I think to post it.
Yeah. Any thoughts on the red heifers for Israel? They actually shipped about 20 of them. Well, they had 20 that they had picked out. They actually, I think they only ended up with like 5 or 6 of them over there. But, guys, you all know that we don't have to sacrifice anymore. But for the tribulation period, this is going to be a big issue and a big deal because they're going to be doing this again. And it just simply means that our time clock is clicking a lot faster than many of us actually thought. So we're getting ready for the building of the third temple, which most people say the third temple has to be built before anything can happen. That's technically not in the Bible. That's just mere speculation. So it is playing a big issue in getting things ready in the Middle East. And some food for thought here. Redmond salt is from Utah. Yes, it is from Utah. It's from the mines deep underneath the mountains in Utah there.
I don't remember the names of the sleeping bags. It had a certain name, and I don't remember what it was called. But ours has it's a brown canvas on the outside. Danny's is an extra long one that goes down to -20. Mine had, both of them had flannel inside. Mine was pink because it was for a woman.
Michael, I did some research on the pink Himalayan salt, and it comes up, after talking and working with some different individuals on that, it comes up that the pink Himalayan salt may not be as pure as we once thought it was. So that's the reason we didn't go with the pink Himalayan salt.
Okay.
Okay.
So we are good tonight, and gonna wish all of you a good week, a good weekend, and next week, and y'all get to preparing for the winter time, and putting up your food and storing your food. Make sure you have water and you have water sources. That's the biggest thing now. Over the next year or so, make sure you have water sources.
Make sure you have a way to purify your water. That's the reason we go over to Alexa Pure from My Patriot Supply. We got a link down below. You get a big discount off of it. And if you go check it out, I mean, we done some work with that company trying to make sure all this stuff works out good. We've tested it. It works fine. The new pictures are great. The only problem is they're sold out right now.
Yeah, we were going to give one away, and instead we gave a $100 gift certificate so that they can purchase their own when they come back in. So guys, we'll talk to y'all later. Let me see.
Right here first.
I got to move this down.
Okay, get that out of the way. There you go. Anyway, guys, good night, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you from Deep